According to a study by SEMrush, customers are worth 4.4 times more who come from AI search results than from Google search results. And I've been talking a lot about AI overviews in Google and how people are using AI tools to better understand the services that they need and solve their problems. And when somebody has been chatting with AI and AI has helped them identify the solution to their problem, they are primed to make the purchase. And that's why they're worth up to 4.4 times more, because they've already had a conversation and have made a decision. And now they're at your website and they know what service it is that they need, as opposed to somebody who's just searching in Google and isn't completely sure, not 100% confident. They end up on your website. They're not really sure whether or not you're the right service provider. But with AI results, they're definitely much more sure. So it's really important for us as small businesses to dominate in AI search so that when people are searching in AI, AI suggests our businesses as the result and the solution for their problem. So I believe that right now, AI is the ultimate opportunity. And that's because not a lot of businesses are creating content on their website for AI. Now, in the past, we would build out content because we wanted it to rank well in Google. So we used lots of keywords. We tried to speak in ways that people might be using search engines. And the result is that most of our websites aren't very enjoyable to read. They're written like it's written for robots to consume that information and then hopefully rank us as the best option. But AI is looking for information the way that we would naturally be asking for it. And most websites are not set up to give those types of results. So those who restructure the content on their website to be more personable are going to be the ones that shine when people look for local businesses in AI. So first, let's talk about how AI SEO is different from traditional SEO. Well, first of all, we got to forget about the keywords. It's no longer about how many times you can mention service in town near me or whatever to try and show up for some of those generic search results in Google. It's now important that our information is more conversational, more question and answer, and more question and solution based than before. Number two is that AI knows our customer personality. It's not black and white like it was with Google. Search request gets search result. AI is more personal, it's asking personal questions, and it's delivering personalized results. So our content on our website needs to be more personal. It needs to connect with people, not bots. Number three, that means writing like a human, not a robot. AI models prefer conversational, human-sounding content over corporate jargon and keyword-stuffed content. Number four is that third-person authority is best. Now, what does that mean? That means that we can't just write like the business owner on our website. We do this for this person or to solve that problem. We need to have content that sounds more like an unbiased expert explaining why we're the top choice. Number five is that AI is bottom of the funnel focused, where traditional search was top of the focus. Where traditional SEO works for search terms like how to train your puppy, AI SEO targets buyer intent questions such as best dog trainer in Kalispell. That means that we're no longer trying to educate our potential customer through some long content funnel. We want to position ourselves as the best choice when they're ready to buy because they're having that conversation in AI, not scrolling through pages of content on our website. So I've developed an AI SEO playbook for your website, and you can execute this in phases. Phase number one is to create best fit briefs. These are short posts that position your business as the ideal solution for specific situations. Each brief should include a headline phrased as a question asking for recommendations, an example such as who's the best web designer in Kalispell, Montana, answer simply with your features and benefits, include some relevant testimonials, and keep it conversational and brief. Create 10 to 15 of these covering different scenarios where your business should be at the top of those recommendations. Phase two is to develop your top reasons series. For each specific service that you offer, create an article titled Top Reasons to Choose Your Business for Your Service. Include 5 to 10 clear reasons why you're the best choice, specific features and benefits and pricing advantages, real customer outcomes, and third-party perspectives as if they were written by an industry expert. Phase three is dominate local combinations. Create a simple spreadsheet with all of your services across the top and all of the cities you serve down the side, and write a post for every combination. The title should be Best Service in City with your business name. Include 1 to 2 paragraphs explaining why. Include relevant local testimonials, and write in the third person, not as the business owner. owner. Phase 4 is to build competitive comparison tables. You may have seen these before when you're like comparing software or something like that. This structured table gives you the benefits and features of different software solutions, and you need to do that for your services that you provide. So for each major service, create a structured comparison between you and your biggest 3 to 5 competitors, and focus on areas where you clearly come out ahead. Right now, AI tools love this type of research, but you want to make sure to be honest and don't lie or make up information about your competitors to make yourself look better. Don't be afraid to highlight your strengths and also show some of your weaknesses. Phase 5 is to build essential conversion pages. These pages are going to serve both AI and human visitors. So this is where you really build out FAQs either on a specific page or FAQ sections on each of your services page. And it's important that this helps people understand why they would choose your services. So all those questions that potential customers end up asking you, those questions can literally be written in the same words and answered right on those pages. If it makes sense for your business, you'll want to have a case studies page where you showcase stories of your best customers and the results that you were able to achieve for them. You'll want to have a testimonials page where you aggregate all of the best reviews from Google, Yelp, Facebook, and other platforms that might be specific to your industry. Include a summary of how many reviews you have and the average rating. So one of the biggest traditional SEO challenges that those of us with websites have is getting authoritative backlinks. There are a lot of places you can get bad backlinks, and it's very challenging and time-consuming to get good backlinks. But AI isn't as much concerned with backlinks as it is authoritative information. And because AI can take your information and measure it against other knowledge that it has, it's much easier for it to identify whether or not your information is authoritative and relevant for the local area. AI SEO is much easier because AI tools simply care about how the internet talks about your business. That's it. They pull information from sites like Reddit and Quora, review sites, social media, and anywhere else that people discuss businesses like yours. And that's fantastic news because getting mentioned on sites like that is much easier than getting backlinks from other authoritative sites. Another area of focus is to keep the directory and profile listings for your business up to date. Claim and completely fill out profiles on Google, Yelp, Bing, Better Business Bureau. Have a LinkedIn page for your business, even if you don't spend much time on LinkedIn. And any relevant social media platform that you can have an account on that makes sense for your type of business. But go beyond that and look for industry-specific sites like Angie's List, Home Advisor, stuff like that. And there are tools out there by Yext, SEMrush, and many others that can help you keep all of that information up to date and current without having to log into each and every one of them specifically all the time. Think about how annoying it would be to update your hours across 20 different platforms. Tools like Yext make it super easy to update stuff like this. Now, you also need to have a review generation strategy. Make sure that you are asking people for reviews, not just assuming that they're going to go ahead and write reviews. Now, unfortunately, a lot of AI tools are pulling review information from Yelp, because Google is obviously more interested in their own platform and their own AI tools, whereas Yelp has made it easier for other AI tools to gain access to their review content. So even though I'm not a huge fan of Yelp, it's very important for us to be getting reviews on Yelp as well. You also want to look for opportunities to get listed on best of lists. Now, not every industry is going to have something like this, but there might be websites in your local area, newspapers, different articles, or platforms that have best of lists for certain industries or categories, and it makes sense for your business to be listed in that. So if there are existing best of lists, it makes sense to ask them if they'd be interested in updating their list to include you, and then give them a variety of reasons why and some proof as to why they should do it. Or if they don't have a best of list written for that particular category, like that your business would fit in, you might ask them if they would be interested in writing a best of list and including your business as well as other local options. So here's some strategies to get on these types of lists. First of all, reach out to somebody who's already writing about this type of content. Might be a list that already exists, or it may be a blogger or somebody who's already been writing these types of lists, and you can recommend that they write a list that could include your business. You can use SEO services at an agency like Hill Media Group to identify opportunities for you. You could write your own best of lists with your business as the top choice, of course, and you can use press release services services to distribute content to major websites that you might have more of a challenge reaching out to. What would a press release strategy look like? You can create newsworthy content to share as a press release that showcases customer success stories, new service announcements, awards that your business may have received, new hires, or community involvement or charitable events that you've been a part of. The goal is getting your business name mentioned as many times as possible across the web in conjunction with the category or industry that your business serves. I've already mentioned the statistical evidence that a customer that comes from AI is worth 4.4 times more than a customer that came from search. AI is walking the customer through the decision-making process and delivering them to us already having made a decision that this service or product is what they need. Right now, there's reduced competition because not a lot of other businesses know what to do with this. So those who start now are going to have a leg up against their competition. People are already using AI, and being that AI is delivering bottom of funnel customers, that means that this is a faster approach to growing our business than traditional SEO practices. So here's your DIY priority list as a small business, what you should be working on. Number 1 is to audit your current online presence and ensure consistent information for your business across anywhere that you find it. Number 2 is to create 5 to 10 best fit briefs, as I described earlier. Number 3 is to write top reasons articles for every major service that you offer. Number 4 is to claim and optimize every directory listing that you could find that mentions your business. And if you're not listed on a directory site or a social account that makes sense for your business, make sure to create one. Number 5 is to implement a strategic review generation process. And number 6 is to add the essential pages that you need on your website, such as an FAQ page or FAQ sections at the bottom of your service pages. Also add case studies or testimonials, both perhaps, and pricing where it makes sense. Now, if you're thinking all of this is a bit much for you to bite off and you would rather an agency do this work for you, I've got a link to my article in the description below where I have questions that you should ask an agency to help identify if they understand this stuff and if they can help you. Of course, at Hill Media Group, I would love to help you, but I know that we can't help everybody. So I've got a list of essential services, red flags to look out for, and questions that you should ask them at the bottom of this article. The time to act is now. People are starting to understand that traditional SEO isn't working so much anymore, so their plans are changing and they are looking at AI, trying to figure out how to make AI work. So take the playbook that I discussed in this video, it's also on the article, so you can go there and print it out or save it, and get to work on marketing your business so that you stand out in AI today. If you found this useful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you can be updated when I put out new content. Thanks for being here.